Hey, Sherrod, just kind of take us through last season. How frustrating was it for you to have to go through that injury, and where do you feel like you are now, health wise?
Um, it was pretty hard for me, because that's like that's one injury that I had that really set me out for a whole year. And I never been through anything like that, so it was tough for me. But I know I got a good uh, staff of supporters behind me, my family. Everybody prayed for me going throughout the whole season and kept my head on straight. So
How good does it feel to be back out there and running around?
it feels good, man. Better than ever. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm happy. I'm so excited for this season and all the new coaches we got going on in here. So looking for a good season this year.
John Del Bianco.
Sherrod, what most excites you as a linebacker about playing in this defense that Coach White is running?
A little bit more freedom, man. Get to run around and just run around and hit people, man. To be honest, he allowing us to make more plays and allow us to trust our instincts and react off of them.
David Coniger.
Hey, Sherrod, Dave with the Post and Courier here. Thanks for doing this. When did the injury happen last year, and did you know right away how serious it was?
It happened Tennessee game, and I think the third quarter on kickoff, I was just running, and then I fell wrong and just fractured my hip. So I didn't know it was really fractured until like 2 days later.
Go to Joe Machika.
Hey, Sherrod, I'm just looking at your accolades here, and I'm noticing a lot of SEC honor roll. Can you talk about how work in the classroom has made you a better person, better football player, and if it's helped? Um, I'm sorry, yeah, my bad. I'm looking at your accolades, and I'm noticing like a lot of academic accolades here. Can you talk about how the classroom has helped you as a football player and as a person?
Just being accountable for your responsibilities and just being disciplined, doing your work. Because without doing your schoolwork, you ain't gonna be able to play on the field. So that's just a mindset I had since I've been here.
Colin.
So I don't know how much you've gotten to see of Debo Williams yet, but just what's your impressions of him and some of the other young guys you have in your room, like him and maybe a Mo Kaba?
With Debo, I know for sure that boy can hit. After seeing like the last couple of practice thus far, and Mo Kaba, he's come a long way. He's getting the plays down. He's been more accountable. He's responsible. And I look forward to seeing Mo Kaba out there on the field a lot more this year.
Was there a moment when in practice or over the course of the last couple of weeks where you were like, okay, this Debo guy can be pretty good, or was there a hit in practice that kind of made your eyes pop out a little bit?
I knew he could hit just from what Marshawn Lloyd been telling me about him because he played with him in high school and stuff. So he told me about him before he even got here. He's lived up to it so far.
Joe Machika.
Hey, Sherrod, so EJ Brown talked about playing tight end a little bit last week. What's it like trying to guard a guy with that kind of size over the middle?
Oh, it's gonna be tough, but personally, I haven't really guarded him like that yet. But I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do it sometime in practice this spring. But it's gonna be tough. A bit 6'7" receiver, tight end slash tight end, whatever he is, coming down the field is definitely be a major threat for us on the offense.
Colin Taylor.
Sure. What's it been like working with Coach White, and what are the impressions you've gotten from him now that you've been part of practice and now some meetings?
Great energy, man. Very down to earth guy. He's very cool. He's the type that if you give him respect, he'll get respect back. He um, he expects a lot from us as linebackers, so I'm just trying to lock in, make sure I can do everything I can to help this team.
What does he expect from you? What are some things that he's kind of harped on over the last couple weeks?
We just right now we just mostly focus on effort and then getting the plays down, executing the plays, and remembering the well when we install new stuff, remembering the old stuff that we installed from day one. So we just don't know the new stuff and not know the old stuff that we need to know. If that makes any sense.
John Del Bianco.
Sherrod, last year you were coming off a really good junior season in 2019, and then you got the kind of rug taken out from under you last year. Just how motivated are you to have a good real senior season and kind of lead this defense? Are you putting that amount of pressure on you?
Of course I am, but to be honest, this is my last year, so I got to give all I got at this point. Everything happens for a reason, and that little setback last year just made me want to go back harder.
How much of a vocal, presence are you, in the linebacker room and on the defense when you guys are on the field?
Normally, I'm not really that vocal, but this year, that really don't change a lot for me. It's going to have to change a lot for me, so communicating on the field and off the field is going to really be a big thing for me coming up this season.
Are you doing, are you responsible for most of the calls on defense?
Yes, because I'm playing the mic. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Wes Mitchell.
Yeah, you just said it. I was going to ask if you were playing Mike or Will, but can you sort of take us through, what that's like and sort of your responsibilities making the calls and what all that entails?
Oh, it's really mainly the same thing, to be honest. But this year we won't really have to make any of like the calls or the fronts or the D-line and stuff like that. So really, Coach White is making our jobs easier this year just by recognizing formations and playing off that.